I'm sitting next to one of the funniest comedians in Milwaukee, Comedian Tez.
Yes, sir.
And we just gonna sit here, have a little conversation, and just chat about what's going on in your life. So before we jump into anything, though, how you doing today?
You know what? I'm good. I'm a little tired, man. You know, I had a sold out show last night.
Hey.
And I had to go to work this morning, and then I had to come here right after. So I ain't been asleep yet like that for real yet, but you know, we rocking it. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
So have you ever been like booed also, like as that?
Nope. Okay. I have not been booed. However, my first time ever doing stand up, like actual I didn't even have a name. Like I didn't even have like a
stage name.
Like Comedian Tez is my. I didn't have that. It was just like, all right, here go this nigga. So when I went up there, I did it. I didn't bomb. It was a great show, but I had a heckler. And when the heckler got to talking, I didn't know how to handle it. So I got more serious with him. Yeah. Right? To where like now the crowd like, what the fuck about to happen? Right? Like he talking like he's saying this shit. I'm like, well, fuck you, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Come on up here then. What you want to do? But having friends that's more experienced than you, that's done this, like although like however funny you are, having people that's done it. Ernest, Eda Black, he was at that show. Okay. And he told me that day his advice after he said, Ted, the set was nice, but you spend too much time on the heckler. You let him have the show. Right. He said when that happens, hit him real quick, get back to what you're doing. Haven't been heckled since, but I know how to handle it now. Appreciate you, E.
Yeah.
For sure.
I gotta ask, so were you always funny? Or
yes.
Like was it just one day you was like, okay, I'm kind of funny? Or
for me, bro, I can always say I was always funny. Okay. It's something that, but however, like the things that I did notice, I don't think I noticed how funny I was. Everybody else did. It was one of those things where it was like it was so natural that talent I put behind so many other things. Well, I'm gonna go play football. Right. I'm gonna go and act. Or I'm gonna go be a model. Or I'm gonna go and do these things. And the coolest thing about like the comedy side, and I always tell people when it comes to natural things is always gonna happen. That's right. And with football, I was naturally gifted at. But like I had to do a lot to be good, or acting or modeling. There's a lot that I had to do, and then the interest for me was that just do it, right? Like I got signed as a model in 2018, and I walked in New York Fashion Week, and I went all over the world. I did all these things, but that was another thing that I just did. Like, cool. They said I could do it. Like,
like,
they picked me to do it.
Right?
Just do it then, right? So like when it comes to the work part, it really wasn't that much that I put into it. It's like, just do it. They think you a model, be a model, right? Comedy, I've always been funny. Always been the guy to host things. Always been the guy that they went to control things or have shows or do stuff. And it was so natural that I just didn't pay attention to like, that's who you are. Like no, like you can do these other things and you do them well. But that is who you are. And I learned that once I started doing stand-up. Once I did stand-up, just the passion behind working hard at it to be better, even with the natural stuff, but just to be better. Like with modeling, I never tried to be a better model. I never tried to be a better actor. I never tried to be a better anything. Every day I'm trying to be a better comedian. Rather it's doing research or watching my friends or watching my peers or watching my idols or anything. Like I'm trying to find research. I do a lot of research because a lot of my comedy is so raw and real and upfront that I like to make everything relatable and something to be able just to speak about. To include everybody. Like I'm not the guy. I'm not gonna roast everybody in the crowd. Like I can roast, right? But I don't roast everybody in the crowd. I'm like, a lot of my comedy is about me, my life experiences, and how I grew to be the person that I am. For sure. And it just come out in the comedic way. Like I've been through a lot, had a lot of death and things like that. But like comedy really has showed me like what my life is supposed to be,
right.
and what I'm supposed to do,
yeah.
and it forced me to work hard. All these other things, they just came to me. Like I said, like the modeling and the acting gigs and those things, they came to me. Being a comedian has always been in me, but to be a stand-up comedian and have shows and have people call you and book you, it took a lot of work.
Right.
Outside of just being the funny guy.
Right. So was that, then I guess my question, next question is like, was that attraction to being a comedian, did it come from because you had to work at it? Because, you know, sometimes it's almost like, for me, I know, like, if I'm like, okay, I really got to work at this, I want it even more.
Yeah.
So was it because everything else came so easy, but comedy, like, yeah, it was easy in the sense of, like, you just naturally funny, but also you had to work on that craft a little bit more. So was that, like, why you, like, really wanted to do it?
I think it made it more interesting.
Okay.
Like hearing you ask that question, I think it made it more interesting. Okay. I think the older you get, especially being a male, like the older I get, the more I identify as who I am. Like you become who you are more and more. Like, so I think when it comes to the comedy and just the drive I have behind it, I have a real vision behind it. Yeah. All those other things I just did, right? Like I had no vision for it. I can't sit here and say, oh, I played football because I wanted to go to the NFL, right? Like no, like I played football because that's what niggas did to get girls. Like they got that they got a jersey. Okay, they like the jersey, right? So and then I can play, and it was just like cool, just play. I never worked hard in practice. I never did these things. But like with comedy, I'm at the open mic. Yeah. I'm working hard to make sure I got my stuff together. Right. Because if I'm gonna sell you a show and make you pay for it, at least I want it to be good. Yeah, for sure. And I can't just get off the couch to make it good. Yeah. And so you gotta work hard. And like the gym is the open mic. It's free. Yeah. You get up, you get 5 minutes, go try a joke. See if it works. Yeah. If it don't, get rid of it.